playlist and then we will get going. So the playlist I sent y'all is through Amazon. It's just, if you have Amazon Prime, you should be able to access it. You may be able to access it even if you don't have Amazon Prime. I'm not sure. Anyways, that's a playlist I sent you if you're using it. Go ahead and get that set up. And we're going to start. So we're going to start in child's pose. So it's just toes together, knees apart. You can go ahead and click play on your playlist. And we will settle into that child's pose. Toes together, knees apart. Let your forehead come down on your mat. Let your hips sink back towards your heels. Close your eyes, settle in. And let's just start with a few deep breaths here in our child's pose to help shift you from your day, shift you from your to-do list for the weekend and into this space. It can be hard enough to disconnect when we're in a yoga studio from everything else in life, but it's even harder, I feel, when you're at home. So definitely take these deep breaths to sit to the side, whatever it is that's on your heart or on your mind that's not going to serve you during your practice. Start to notice the rise and fall of the breath. Start to notice the sound of your breath as you create that audible inhale and exhale. And start to notice the physical body. You're noticing where you're carrying resistance, where you're carrying tension, where you can let go and open up a little bit more. And then tapping into the emotional self as well, noticing your overall mood. And in this space, as you become more present, become more aware, take the time to set an intention for your practice. Your purpose for your presence on your mat today, what it is that you need out of this time and out of this space. And then once you have that intention, be with it. Breathe it, feel it, repeat it. Own it as a true part of your practice this morning. When you're ready, you'll begin to activate your child's pose. Reaching your fingertips long to the top of the mat. Gently pull your tailbone down and back. Spread your fingers wide, grip into the mat with the fingertips, and add a little bit of movement. So no right or wrong way to move, but maybe it's rocking the hips and shoulders side to side, turning the head and neck back and forth. Just feel around in your body. And then gently begin to set your gaze forward. We're going to pull ourselves forward to this like wide leg all fours. So the knees stay as wide as they are in child's pose. You're just coming up to an all fours position. And then we'll start to push the hips back to the right heel and hang out here as long as you need to, as long as what feels good to you. And then we'll come forward for kind of like a half circle and then push back to the left heel. So just moving through that forward and back. And see if you can connect the movement to your breath. So inhaling to pull forward, exhaling to push back. A nice steady rhythm. Ooh, I'm loving seeing these outdoor setups y'all got going on this morning. I thought about it, but I didn't want it to be too noisy with like animals and neighbors mowing their grass or things like that. All right, let's bring it back to all fours, and we're gonna step the knees in underneath the hips. So just a tabletop position, wrists underneath your shoulders, moving through your cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tailbone. Exhale, push the mat away from you, round your spine, tuck your chin in. Inhale, belly down, chest and tailbone lift. Exhale to round the spine. And we'll just continue to go through cat-cow at your own pace. And feel free to add anything to make it your own. Add anything that you need, whether that be a wrist stretch or a little bit more free movement where you shake your head and shake your tailbone. Let's go 2 more breaths here. And the last one. On your next inhale, you'll come back to a neutral flat spine. Curl your toes under and then hover the knees off the mat. So anywhere from 3 to 6 inches, you're finding your hover here. So try to just continue really easy in and out with the breath and see if you can find strength here while still finding ease. Okay, push down into the mat, pull your chest away from the floor, engage between the shoulder blades. Draw the low belly up and in. You got it for 5, 4, 3, 2, downward facing dog. Hips up and back. Once you find that down dog, pedal your feet, shake your hips, shake your head. Go up and down on your tiptoes, roll your ankles. Just do whatever feels good to you. Coming right into a down dog twist here. So we're taking the right hand, reach through the center of the body, grab the outside of the left leg, and then twist to look underneath the left arm if you're able to. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to here. Keep your belly pulled up and in. Good. Shift back to downward facing dog and switch to the other side. Left hand reaches through the center of the body, grabbing the outside of the right hand, twisting to look underneath the right arm if you can. Back to downward facing dog. Start to walk your hands backwards to your feet. Oh, the camera went up. There you go. Walk your hands backwards to your feet. So you're in a forward fold at the back of the mat. Soften your knees, take a ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows, let your head hang heavy. If it feels good, you can sway the body side to side. You could interlace your fingers at your low back and wring the shoulders out if you need an extra shoulder stretch here. Or if your neck feels really tight, you can also interlace your fingers at the nape of your neck and don't pull, but just use the weight of the arms to give the neck an extra stretch. So just a few different options with that. Awesome, guys. Next, exhale, release down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your left hand in front of your feet. Take a gentle bend of the left knee. Inhale, the right arm lifts. Straight right leg. So we're already getting into that IT band a lot right from the get-go. Switch sides. Gentle bend in the right knee, right hand down. Inhale, left arm lifts. Pull the chest open. Try to stack your shoulders. Keep moving through that with your breath. So exhale down, inhale up. Switching from right to left. Go at your own pace. Exhale down, inhale up. Moving with the rhythm of your breath. Awesome, guys. Last one. Exhale, fold forward. Heel toe your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Well, bend the knees if you need to. Pull your belly in tight. Pull your chest forward. Exhale, fold forward. Compress your belly to your thighs, your chest to your knees, your face to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift and lengthen. Pull the belly in. Exhale, fold forward. Keep moving through that at the rhythm of your own breath. Inhale takes you forward. Exhale, fold you down. One more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Root down into your feet as you rise up. Sweep your arms overhead. Big stretch. Grab the left wrist with the right hand. Exhale, hinge to the right. Hips bump to the left. Finding that long stretch through the side body. Inhale takes you back up. Switch sides. Grab the right wrist. Exhale, hinge to the left. Hips bump to the right. Try to find length as you go to your side. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, tall mountain, arms sweep overhead. Same thing, grab the left wrist with the right hand. Exhale, hinge to the right, hips bump to the left. Inhale, back through neutral, switch sides. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, fold forward. Beautiful, guys. We've got one more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Feel free to add anything you need this time. A back bend, you can do the side stretches again. Really focusing on rooting down into your feet, keeping strong legs. Make it your own, take your time with it. When you're ready on your exhale, you'll fold back down to that forward fold position. On your inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Walk forward to high plank. We're gonna hold it there. So body's in a straight line. Belly pulls in, chest pulls up. Push the mat away from you. Press back into the balls of the feet so that your quadriceps are engaged here. You're using your entire body. Remember, you can always go to your knees for planks and chaturangas too. On your inhale, shift forward to your toes. Exhale, chaturanga, low plank. Hover, hold, 90-degree bend at the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift through the heart. Pull your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to begin to roll through up dog and down dog. So just kind of play with it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we're going to try to see if we can roll and unroll both feet at the same time. Okay, so you'll kind of come forward like a wave. You're probably going to walk your hands out some. Drop your pelvis, lift your chest, come to that up dog shape. And then pull the belly in, tuck the toes under, push back, downward facing dog. High on your toes, pike your hips. Roll forward, pelvis down, chin lifts up. And then drop the chin to the chest, pull the belly in, unroll the toes, downward facing dog. Keep going through that, play with it, and see if you can find your own rhythm. Let's go about 3 more. Good, guys. Beautiful, y'all look great. And when you find the wave, start like from the crown of the head all the way to the toes. So when you're going to down dog, it's chin tuck, chest pulls in, belly pulls in, lift the hip, curl the toes, and then reverse when you're coming to up dog. Last one, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Once you find your down dog, take a big inhale, full exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts, 3-leg dog. Bend your knee, roll your hips open. Flex your foot. Draw your heel towards your left glute. Feel that good stretch through the right side body. Inhale, lengthen the right leg out. Exhale, low lunge. Step the foot between the hands with control. So from here, we're going to start to soften the pelvis. You'll keep the back leg straight. Just use this to lift the heart and pull the shoulders back. So think about feeling a little bit of that up dog in your lunge. And then exhale, we're pushing back to a modified pyramid pose. So just a hamstring stretch of the right leg, straightening the right leg. Exhale to melt forward, dropping the forehead towards the shin. Oh, inhale, we come back to our lunge. Drop pelvis, lift chest, pull shoulders back, set the gaze up. Exhale, back to that hamstring stretch, straightening the legs, pushing the hips back, dropping the head. Keep moving through this at the pace of your own breath. Think inhale down to the lunge, and then exhale back to the hamstring stretch. Okay, let's go about 2 more. Inhale forward, exhale back. Last one, inhale forward. Good, guys. Exhale back. Stay here. We'll move to revolve triangles. You're going to step the left foot in a little bit. If you're using a block or a big book, got my Chronicles of Narnia here, you can place your left hand on your prop. Okay, so right leg is as straight as possible. Lift the right arm to stack the shoulders and peel the front of the body open. Good. Maybe if you can, look up at the right thumb. Now we'll go to revolve half moon. So see if you can transition by keeping the right arm up. Send the left hand forward. You can take your book or your block with you under the left hand and lift the left leg. Breathe. Fire up your hips, or fire up your glutes, square your hips. Standing splits, both hands on the mat, kick the left leg high. Melt the upper body to the standing leg. Maybe you grab your calf or ankle with one or both hands. One more breath here. Low lunge, left foot plants to the back of the mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. Sweep your arms overhead. That crescent twist to the right. Hands to heart center, lengthen forward. Exhale, left arm to the outside of the right knee. Twist from your torso first, and then pull the chest up towards the thumbs. Inhale, arms overhead, crescent lunge. Exhale, open warrior 2. Spin your back heel down. Arms come parallel to the floor. Bend deep in the front leg. Make sure your toes are pointed to the front of the mat and not pigeoned in. And then find your power and your strength in that back leg. Can you sink a little bit lower? Activate the arms. Look past the right fingertips. Reverse your warrior, right hand up and over. Exhale, side angle, hinge forward, right arm down, left arm lifts. Traction the feet into the mat. Hug your inner thighs in tight. Half bind, left arm wraps around your low back. If you're ready for it, full bind. Right arm underneath the thigh to hook the fingers. If you've got the bind, birds of paradise. Step the left foot up underneath the left hip. Come to stand, bring the right leg with you. Take your time. Once you're standing tall, extend the right leg. Gosh, y'all look good. I'm trying to look at y'all and not fall. You got it for 3, 2, warrior 2. Nice and as graceful as you possibly can. Plank that right foot down. Step the left foot back. Cartwheel the arms open. Low lunge twist. Cartwheel the hands down. Left hand down. Right hand lifts. Half bind. Right arm wraps around the low back. Pull the shoulder back and open. Unwind your bind, hands frame your foot. Inhale to crescent lunge, arms overhead. Warrior 3, start to shift the weight forward, lift the left leg. Reach long with the fingertips. Square your hips to the mat, so drop that left hip. Fire up the left glute so the leg stays lifted. Beautiful, guys, you got it. Focus. Big toe hold, come to stand, left peace sign fingers, hook around the left big toe. Once you get your toe, push your foot forward. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight, just doing your best. Rooting down into the standing foot. Stand up taller, pull your shoulders over your hips. Breathe. Tree pose. So if you can, we're going to go to a half lotus tree, bringing the left foot into the right hip crease, dropping the knee down, and then finding hands to heart center. If that hurts your knee, you can do just a normal tree pose with the foot to the inside of the right leg. So find the variation that works for you. Commit to standing on that right foot. Root down into the foot. Power in the standing quadricep. Lift your chest. Lift the crown of the head. Maybe you can lift your gaze up too. One more big inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands to your mat, Vinyasa flow. Walk or hop back, high to low plank, one exhale. Up dog on your inhale. Down dog on your exhale. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, roll the hips open. Flex your foot. Draw your foot towards your right heel. So we're just finding that nice hip opening stretch. Feel it in the side waist. Feel it in the hips. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot between your hands. Let your pelvis soften down to get a deeper stretch through the hips. Lift through your chest. Pull your shoulders back. Set your gaze up. Think that up dog chest here. Exhale, hamstring stretch. Straightening the legs, dropping the forehead towards the left shin. Inhale brings you back through to the lunge. And exhale pushes you back to the hamstring stretch. Did y'all look great? Find your own rhythm and move with your own breath. That breath and body connection. I'm not going to stop talking about it because it's such an important part of your practice. Let's go two more. Inhale through the lunge, lift the heart, pull the shoulders back. Exhale to find the stretch in the hamstring. Last one. Hold the hamstring stretch when you're there, and then make your way to revolve triangle. So right foot's gonna step in. You'll spin the foot so that the heel is down. Right hand down either to your mat or to your prop. Lift the left arm. Stack your shoulders. Peel the front of the body open. Square your hips as much as you can. So naturally your left hip is probably going to want to poke forward, but we want to try to counteract that. Push the left hip back, bring the right hip forward. Now revolve half moon. Keep the left hand up if you're able to. Send the right hand forward, lift the right leg. Good, guys. Beautiful. Standing splits, both hands down. Kick the right leg high. However you want to play with this, you can challenge your balance. You can do some handstand prep. You can work on flexibility, kicking the right leg even higher. Low lunge, right foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, arms overhead, crescent lunge. Hands to heart center, crescent twist to the left. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee, twist from your torso, pull your chest forward towards your thumbs. Maybe you gaze up past your shoulder. Inhale, arms overhead, crescent lunge. Exhale, open warrior two. Spin the back heel down, arms parallel to the floor. Let's really just stay in and appreciate this pose for a second. So deep in the front leg, power strong in that back leg. Root down into the outside edge of that back foot. Gazes past your left fingertips. Arms are strong, but the tops of the shoulders are soft. Reverse your warrior, left hand up and over. Side angle, hinge forward, left arm down, right arm lifts. Find a really powerful base, engage your inner thighs. Half bind, right arm wraps around the low back. Full bind, left arm underneath the thigh to hook the fingers. If you're there, birds of paradise. If you're not going to birds of paradise, I want to challenge you to stay in that side angle. That is so much good work there. Finding the resilience to hold that strong and powerful pose. Y'all look so good, guys. When you come out of birds of paradise, you're coming back to warrior two. Take your time to land it. Open back up. Low lunge twist. Cartwheel the hands to frame the foot. Right hand down, left hand lifts. Half bind. So this is just a little counter stretch for the shoulder from doing birds of paradise on that side. Left hand frames the foot. Crescent lunge. Inhale the arms overhead. Take a breath. Warrior three. Send your weight forward. Lift the right leg. Square the hips. Pull the belly in so that you're lengthening through the chest. The chest is pulling forward. Good. You got it. Big toe hold. Right peace sign fingers, hook around the right big toe. Push the heel forward. Beautiful, guys. I'm turning to face you. But you just stay right where you are. Keep your focus. Stand up taller. Breathe deeper. Tree pose. If you can go to that half lotus, you're going to take the right foot into the left hip crease. Let the knee drop down. You'll hold onto the foot with the left hand to keep it secure. Try flexing your right foot. If you can keep it there, then left hand can come up to meet the right. You can go to any other hand placement that you like. You can grow your branches. You can find reverse prayer. So many options here. Really strong standing leg. Let's take one more big inhale. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands to your mat, Vinyasa flow, high to low plank. Up dog on your inhale. Down dog on your exhale. Hold your down dog. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Good, another breath. Big inhale. Full exhale. Next inhale, right leg lifts, three-leg dog. Bend your knee, roll your hips open. This time if you're ready, you can go to flip dog or wild thing. Flipping over, pushing into the feet, lifting the hips, lifting the heart, reaching back. Unflip, three-leg dog. Right foot between your hands, low lunge, same movement, we're just shortening it a little bit. So hips down, heart high, shoulders back, gaze up. Exhale, hamstring stretch. Inhale brings you forward. Exhale brings you back. Let's go one more. Inhale forward. Exhale back and hold it. Revolve triangle. Left foot steps in. Left hand down, right hand lifts. Pull the chest open. Revolve half moon. Send the left hand forward. Lift the left leg. Beautiful, guys. Standing splits, both hands down, kick the left leg high. Hey, last round of our flow. So how do you want to play with your standing splits here? Do you want to do some handstand preps with the hands down, adding those little hops? Do you want to work on grabbing the calf or ankle? About 3 more breaths. low lunge, left foot to the back of the mat. Crescent lunge, inhale to rise. Exhale, crescent twist, hands to heart center, twist to the right, left elbow to the outside of the knee, twisting first from the torso, then the chest, then the neck. Cartwheel open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Hey, where do you want to take it here? You can go back to that birds of paradise. You can hold your side angle. You can just play with your binds. You can go to compass pose here. So lots of great options. Good. I'm gonna check it all out. Take your time. We're going about 3 more breaths. Nice. Good, Amanda. That looks so good. Catherine, you look so strong. You got this for 2 and 1. Open up, warrior 2. Low lunge twist. Cartwheel the hands down. Left hand down, right hand lifts. Half bind, right arm around the low back. Pull the shoulder open. Right hand to the mat. Inhale, crescent, arms overhead. Exhale, warrior 3. Beautiful, guys. Take your time. Big toe hold. Come up. Left peace sign fingers, hook around the left big toe. Push the heel forward. This time we're going to open. So opening to the left. Maybe the right arm goes out as well. Steady gaze. Maybe you can look to the right thumb. Breathe deeply. Back to center. Tree pose. Can be half lotus or just your typical tree pose. Whatever works for you. Commit to rooting down into that standing foot. Shoulders over hips. No big deal if you fall out, you just come back. Maybe you grow your branches. Can you root deeper into the standing foot and also grow taller through your spine? One more big inhale. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands to your mat, Vinyasa flow. High to low plank. Up dog on your inhale. Down dog on your exhale. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend your knee, roll your hips open. Option for flip dog or wild thing, or to just stay right where you are in that hip opening stretch. Unflip, 3-leg dog. Send the foot between your hands, low lunge. Square your hips and then move with your breath. Pelvis down, chest up, gaze up. Exhale the hamstring stretch. Go like 3 to 4, just depending on how fast you're moving through it. Good. Last one. Once you come back to the hamstring stretch, hold it. Revolve triangle, step the right foot in. Right hand down, left hand lifts. Stack your shoulders, peel the chest open. Revolve half moon. Send the weight forward, send the right hand forward. Lift the right leg. Good. Standing splits, both hands down. Kick the right leg high to the sky. So somewhere between 5 and 7 breaths here. Take your time. Lots of options. Finding stillness, finding peace, finding depth in the stretch. Prep work for handstands. About 2 more breaths. Good. Good, guys. Good, Monica. Okay, right foot to the back of the mat, low lunge. Inhale, crescent, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Twist from your torso. Cartwheel open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle, left arm down, right arm lifts. How do you want to play with this? It's your last side angle. You can move through your binds. You can hold side angle pose. You can move to extended side angle, birds of paradise, compass pose. So many good options. Okay, guys. For 3, 2, 1. Let's make our way back to warrior two. No rush. If you're up in birds of paradise, take your time to get there. Cartwheel the hands down, low lunge twist. Right hand down, left hand lifts. Left hand left hand around your low back. Almost missed that half bind, that good shoulder stretch. Unwind, left hand down, frame your foot. Inhale, crescent, arms overhead. Exhale, warrior three. Nice and controlled. Big toe hold. Come to stand, take right peace sign fingers, hook around right big toe. Push your heel forward. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Find a focal point, something to keep your gaze on. Open up to the right. Breathe. Maybe left arm goes out. Maybe gaze goes to left thumb. Bring it back to tree pose. Whichever tree pose you choose. It's your last one of your practice. Finding the placement of the hands that make you feel the most powerful. So maybe you like to feel the beat of your heart against your thumbs. Maybe you like to get big and expansive with the arms in the air. Maybe you like that reverse prayer. So palms together at your back can really help you to open up the chest. Breath in, breath out. Big inhale. Good, long exhale. One more time, big inhale. And on this exhale, fold forward, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Vinyasa flow. Plant your hands to your mat. Step back, high plank. Exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Full breath out. Do that again. Big inhale. Full exhale. And then drop to your knees. Cross your ankles and then come to a seated position. All right, we made it through our flow. We're gonna play in some work for Titibhasana, which is firefly pose. There's two ways to get into it. One way is significantly easier, I think, than the other, but I like to teach them both because I like the awareness that the more challenging version gives you of your pelvic floor and your lower abdominals. It causes you to really focus in on that space, on those muscles and that place in your body, on your bandhas, which is key to the pose, and it's key to so many other parts of your yoga practice. So that's where we're going to start. If you do have blocks or you have two books, you can use them here. It may be easier for you. To me, it makes me a little bit kind of, I have to make sure my hands are just right and I get a little off balance, but you can try it if you like it. So if you are using props, get them kind of close in front of you because they're going to be right in front of your hips. So where we're going to start is seated. And what we're going to do first is place our legs over our arms. So just a little above the elbow. Okay, so we've got one leg up, and then we're bringing the other leg up, and you'll just cross your ankles and flex your feet to hook the feet in place so they don't fall while you get your hands where you want them. So you can put your hands on your blocks, or if they're on the mat, they're just right in front of your hips. Probably at least 6 inches, maybe more in front of your hips. So you want those big wide open hands. I'm gonna take a deep breath and hope I can get my bottom off the floor here while y'all are watching me. Okay, so ready? So you're gonna kind of get some momentum and rock into it and pop your bottom up off the floor. To get the lift, it requires you to really zip up in the pelvic floor and the low belly, okay? So we'll just rock and pop and lift. Okay, once you're lifted, you'll press the legs out and work to lift your chest and lift your gaze. Okay, breathe. You can also transition this to crow pose if you want something to play with. Let me see y'all. Let me see what y'all are looking like. Some of y'all are just looking at me like, okay, yeah. Cool story though. There you go, Catherine. There you go, Catherine. Yes. Beautiful. That is like, I want to take a screenshot. That's so pretty with your fireplace. Good, Jeremy. All right, Jeremy, it's hard to see because of the shadows, but I think that your hands are too far back. So remember when you come into this that you want to have your shoulders stacked over your wrists. Okay, so think about that with the initial hand placement. Not pulling the hands too far back. That's something I see a lot in crow pose too when people are getting set up. They pull the hands too far back and then you're rocking forward and your shoulders push way past your fingertips and then you'll fall out of it. Okay, so that was part 1. Part 2, let's see if y'all like this one better. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna start in a squat with the ankles about hip width distance. Depending on your build and your hips, they might be out a little bit wider, but for me it's about hip width distance, okay? I've also seen people doing this with the feet together, but I think it's easier to get into it with the feet apart. Okay, now you're gonna squat down, so your thighs are about parallel to the floor, and you'll work your shoulders back underneath your knees. This time, your hands are right behind your heels. So you want your middle finger pointing right at the back of the heel. So the hands are pointed forward, not turned back or turned sideways. Okay, so we're working the shoulders underneath the hips, pointing the middle finger right to the back of the heel, and then you'll sit your bottom down so that you come to sit on your thigh and the heel of the hand comes down. From there, you just lift the feet. Yeah? Let me see you. Yes. Yes, Caroline. Good. Good, Jeremy. Yes. Yes. Love the use of the block there. So you can do, like Jeremy's doing, he's sitting on his block to work on getting the alignment before he pushes into the pose. I think that's what you're doing. You've got a lot of shadows in your room, so I can see your silhouette. Good, guys. So remember, nice, Amanda. Remember, once you've got it, if you want more of a challenge and you want something else to play with, hold it, squeeze the knees into the arms, and then sweep the toes back to come into crow pose. So that's something a little extra to play with. Who's this? Oh, that's Catherine again. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yep. Yes, Catherine. Good. So it's power in those hands when you go back into that crow pose. You got to really power down, squeeze the biceps in, and don't forget to squeeze the thighs to the arms. Good, guys. When y'all are done with it, take your time to keep playing for like 5 more breaths or so. But when you're done with it, take a Malasana squat, breathe for a moment, and then we're gonna get into a deep stretch. Let me get back to my, there we go. My screen where I can see everybody. Good. We're almost there. Let's see, we've got 10 minutes. I'm gonna keep us down on our mat since we only have about 10 minutes left. So let's come down to our mat. Let's lie back. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, a little rock side to side. And then we're moving into figure 4. So we'll take the right ankle, bring the left foot to the floor, knee bent. Right ankle crosses over the left knee. Reach between the legs, interlace your fingers behind the knee, pull the knees into the chest. If you want more intensity, you can take the left leg down, cradle the right arm or right leg like a baby in your arms, and pull your knee into your chest that way. So same thing, just a little more intensity. Start to feel your heart rate come down, your breath become a little more steady and even. And we're going to find our recline twist to the left side. So if you've got the left leg straight, you'll just simply take the right leg over to the left side. If you've got the cross of the legs for the figure 4 stretch, keep that cross and you can drop the leg still over to the left side. Right arm goes out, and then maybe you take the left hand and pull the knee in deeper to deepen the stretch and the twist through the side body. If it's okay with your neck, turn to look at the right fingertips, or you could just look up at your ceiling. Whatever works, whatever feels good. Bring it back through center and switch sides. The left ankle crosses over right knee. Reach between the legs, pull the knees into the chest. Inhale, hold, exhale to pull deeper. Remember, you can always do that cradle stretch instead. Notice if you have resistance bubbling up here, if you're tightening in your jaw, your hands, or even like in your hip. We can clench when we're here. But if you find that, try to let it go. An easy twist to the right. Left arm can go out. You can gaze to the left or gaze up. Bring it back to center. And we'll find happy baby. Grabbing the outsides of the feet, or you can do peace sign fingers around your big toes. If you can't get your feet, just grab your ankles or grab your calves. You can hold this still, or you can add a little rock to it, side to side. Bring your knees back into your chest. We're going to round things out with shoulder stand and plow pose. If you have neck issues or that's just not something you're feeling today, you can skip shoulder stand and plow and do bridge pose instead. So for shoulder stand, we're going to pop the hips up, bring the hands to the low back, work the shoulder or work the hips over the shoulders, really engage through the quads.
maybe you drop into plow pose, sending the toes back behind the head. If you feel wobbly at all, keep your hands on your back. If you feel really in control, you can bring your hands down to the mat. And just breathe here. Try to find stillness in the discomfort and the awkward places. And gently, when you're ready, rolling out one vertebrae at a time. See how controlled and slow you can go. And you'll make your way to Final Savasana. Bring the legs all the way down to the mat. Again, as slow as you want to go. The slower you go, the more work you're getting for the abdominals. Once you bring the legs down, let your body completely relax. The shoulders melt away from the floor.
Feet soften, jaw softens. If you're using the playlist I've sent, you might want to skip to the last song, or you can, the last few songs are fine too. You can leave it where it is, or you can skip down to the last song. And then once you've become settled, allow yourself to drop into your breath, your body. Just like at the beginning of our practice in our child's pose, we're coming back to that great sense of awareness. Awareness of everything as a whole. The breath, the body, the energy. Keeping you here for about 3 minutes. So allow yourself to enjoy your time, enjoy your space. slowly begin to bring some awareness back to your physical space you're in, your surroundings, your room, your mat. Just listening to the sounds around you. Noticing the ground beneath you. Maybe get a little movement of the body. Take a deep breath and then make your way to your side into a fetal position. Pause here for a moment. Go back to the intention you set for your practice. Repeat it to yourself and honor it. And then when you're ready, slowly press up to a seated position. Once you find your seat, your eyes are still closed. Bring your hands to heart center. Bow your chin towards your chest. Give thanks for this day. Give thanks for your able body. Give thanks for your yoga practice and for this community that's so strong that we can come together, whether remotely or physically, to lift each other up, practice with each other. And I give so much thanks for each of you being here to practice with me. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Thank y'all for practicing this morning. So happy to see y'all. Thank you, guys. I hope y'all have a good weekend. It looks like it's so beautiful outside. Okay, I gotta get out there. Bye, y'all. See you soon.